Hello, boys and girls. You know what time it is. Time for our mystery letter. Okay, so what's the first thing we do is we make our circle map. Start at the top, go right down and back up. And then my circle in the middle where I'm going to write my mystery letter. Okay. All right, this letter is a little bit tricky, boys and girls, because there weren't really that many words that start with it, but it is at the end of a lot of other words, okay? So the first thing I'm going to write or draw is this number. Now that is the number 6. X, x. It's the sound at the end. What makes the x sound? Another word is also a box. Starts with a B, but it ends in this mystery letter. A box. Figured it out yet? Okay, let's keep going. Now this is a word that actually starts with this letter. And sometimes when you go to the doctor, unfortunately, and I hope none of you have to do this, but if you go and you think you may have hurt your bone or something, they take a picture of your bones, but it's called an X-ray. Yep, you guessed it, my friends. It is the letter X, okay? So I pretend like this is your spine and these are your ribs. Yeah, so this is like kind of like an X-ray of your chest. You're right, it is the letter X, as in X-ray. So some other words as well. I was also thinking of firemen use this a lot, and you may use this if you ever chop wood, but it's also an axe. And something else, boys and girls, I was thinking of, and I was trying to think of an animal, and I'm going to try my best to draw a picture of a fox. Now, I was looking online, and I can find a lot of neat things to learn how to do online. Like for this picture, this artist was saying how, well, a fox's ears are usually pointed, right? And their face kind of comes in like, almost like a triangle at a point. So here's his eyes. Put his nose down here. Now to try to make his body, I'm just going to start from here. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to come down this way and give him his feet. And I know you're thinking, hey, Miss McTerry, that's one, but look, I'm just going to put a line down here. Ta-da! Now he's got 2 legs. So I'm going to start over here and do the same thing. Then start over here, come back down, and give him 2 legs. And I know that foxes are very famous for their bushy tails. I hope I can make a decent looking tail. Hey, I think I got it. Let's just straighten that out. Ta-da! I did it! I made a fox. And then, boys and girls, I've seen a lot of pictures of you baking and cooking with Mom. And I've actually seen the picture of somebody, and they had a bowl. Okay? So here was the bowl. Okay? And then they had a whisk in their hand. And a whisk kind of helps you mix things up. And it's really cool. It has it's like the one we have in the kitchen here. I don't know if you remembered, but it had like all these kind of circles around like this. And that's what you use to do what? You mix. So it is the letter X. So when you write the letter X, you start at the top. You slant down. Pick up your marker. I'm going to start back up here, and I'm going to slant down the other way. And then the lowercase x is the same way. It's just a little bit smaller. Okay? So now, remember what we said. Not all of these words are going to start with X. Okay? So the only word actually that started with X was 6. Okay? So let me go ahead, pull another marker. Okay? So we said this was a box. So here I'm going to write box, that X sound at the end. And then axe, a, X. And then we have the number only word that actually did start with the letter X was the X-ray. Sometimes you might see them put this little dash just to separate the two words. X-ray, A. Okay? And then at the bottom, remember we're helping Mom cook. We are X. The X is at the end. And then the X. And there's the letter